Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis. It is Tuesday, August the 15th. Glad to have you with us on this tasty Tuesday. Got some special guests coming your way very shortly, but my co-host this morning, Diana Baraburgos, and she is the communications director over at HCC's Southeast College. Good morning, Diana.
Good morning, Todd. So happy to be here. Buenos dias todos.
You guys had a big registration fair this past weekend. How did that go? I've seen some video on Facebook from it.
Let me tell you something. We had so much fun. And the most important thing was to see all of this amazing prospective and current students coming through our doors, getting their answers to all of their questions, getting registration, financial aid, you name it, they were getting it done. One-stop shop at HCC Southeast and in many other campuses all throughout the system.
Right. It's happening at a lot of campuses across the district. And are you guys going to be doing something similar this coming weekend as well to get those last-minute students in the door?
Okay, what do you eat that you guess so well? I mean, you're right on the money. Yes, absolutely. We are going to be hosting another registration fair August 19th, this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So come and get your registration on. Let's get those classes started and be part of the HCC family.
Right, because classes start on Monday and you can register to the last minute, and these fairs are designed to really get all your questions done. You can talk about financial aid, speak with advisors, everything you need to know, tour the campuses, and get some information on the programs that we offer. So check out our district page. We'll have all this information. We'll talk more about it later in the show as well. So, Diana, we want to thank everybody watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. We're here just about every morning that HCC is in session, Mondays through Fridays at 10 a.m. You can watch us live here, or they can rewatch the show anytime in social media and also catch us on our cable channel.
That is correct, Todd. So we're live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC. It has to be HCCS in our Facebook. And also we are on YouTube. We are also on X, formerly known as Twitter. So let's not confuse that. LinkedIn and on HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. So catch us in one of those channels.
All right, Diana, excited about this next guest. We're going to introduce him real quickly. You're going to be speaking with him. Judge Bill Littlejohn, he's a retired judge, but he's also with HCC's Electrical Technology program. Judge, always good to see you. Welcome back to the show. Let's see if we can get you to unmute your mic. There you are.
Sir.
Good to see you, Judge.
Hey, same here, sir.
All right. Well, we're going to looking forward to hearing all about your journeys and everything that's going on with you. Stick around. We'll be with you in about 10 minutes.
Will do.
All right. It is Tasty Tuesday, and right now we're featuring a local hotel restaurant in the Memorial City area. You've heard of Hotel ZaZa. We've got Chef de Cuisine. Brandon Wilhelm is on the show. He's our Tasty Tuesday guest. Good to see you, Chef. How are you?
Great. How are you?
It's doing real well.
To be here.
Yeah. Now, tell us first off, where is this location? I'm familiar with your location in the Montrose area, of course. Where is the location in the Memorial City area?
So we're right off of I-10 and Bunker Hill. The restaurant is called Tipping Point. It's absolutely beautiful. Come in and see.
Definitely so. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started your career.
I actually started as a dishwasher, and then I worked my way up. There was a couple of guys that didn't show up for a shift, so I fortunately got the position of working salads first, and then just worked my way up from the bottom.
What do you enjoy the most about being chef de cuisine at Hotel ZaZa?
I would have to say relationships with coworkers. A lot of good relationship building in the kitchen. You know, we're a close, tight-knit family. I actually see them more than I see my own family at home. So a very good, cohesive working relationship.
And what was one of the first things you learned to cook? You said you started with salads. What was one of the first things you learned?
Actually, I learned from my grandmother at a very young age. I was 7 years old and I wanted Western Germany style roulade. That's actually the first thing that I learned how to cook at the age of 7. My grandmother, she was from Cameroon, Germany, and there wasn't a lot around whenever she was growing up. So it was true farm to table during her time.
Tell us a bit about what you're going to be preparing for us this morning.
Okay, so I am doing our filet that we serve down in the restaurant. So it is our garlic mash, as well as our grilled asparagus, and also an 8-ounce filet with a house-made demi-glace. And then I also highlighted a banquet menu item. So it is tricolor herb roasted potatoes, and we also have classic haricot vert, as well as crispy skin striped bass and a mushroom ragout.
Oh man, that sounds pretty good. That's I'm always a fan of fish there. And the filet, where do you guys get your meats from? I know that's a big thing with restaurants now.
So we get our prime product from Allen Brothers out of Dallas from Chef's Warehouse. It's an awesome product. They're fairly new to the Chef's Warehouse. Chef's Warehouse has been buying up a bunch of different businesses, and then also partnering with new partners, and that's one of their newest partners. And to be honest with you, I haven't looked back at our other vendors ever since then.
You guys, obviously, one of the things I noticed about the Hotel ZaZa restaurants when I've eaten at a few of them is the ambiance. What is the ambiance like at your place?
Okay, so here at Tipping Point, it's very eclectic, as well as all the other ZaZas. They have their own style, their own personality. But one thing that we have in common is that style and that personality. There's subtle changes throughout the different locations, but we all have that same ZaZa, I would say, ZaZa ambiance and feel.
Yeah. It seems like all of the ones I went to, they look different, of course, but they all have that same eclectic feel. I want to see more about what you've got prepared there. Maybe you can show us each of the dish and everything that's on there.
Yeah. So I have all of the components broke down. So we start out with our tricolored marble roasted potatoes. We add a little bit of oil to those. A little bit of Cajun seasoning.
Oh, there you go.
Go in with coarsely chopped garlic. Some chopped rosemary. And some stem thyme. A little bit more. And then afterwards, we go ahead and we mix them all together. And then we usually stick them on a sheet pan. And then into a 325 oven for about 30 minutes, low fan.
Okay. And that goes real well with that crispy skin fish, right?
Oh, absolutely. So one of the things that you notice on the dish, I actually put the mushrooms over to the side, because after you get a nice crispy skin on your fish, the last thing that you want to do is put liquid on it, so the skin turns to leather. So what I did was I just put it off to the side, and then plus it goes well with every component on the dish, personally, I think.
And that's the crispy skin fish. Now let me see the other one is the filet. That looked real tasty as well.
Yes. So I already have the garlic mash. It's already done. So what we did was we went ahead and we made regular mashed potatoes, but we also boil it with roasted garlic. And then we hit it with a little bit of salt and pepper love. And then that's it. Some cream butter.
Incredible. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's your most popular item on your menu right there? And what's your signature dish?
Okay, most popular is the filet. And then our signature dish, I would have to say that would be our salmon. As many times as we do different builds on our salmon, it always seems to be the most popular. So,
and how do you cook the salmon?
Okay, so on this current menu, we go ahead and we grill the salmon. On this one, we used to pan sear it, but we moved away from pan searing into more grilling, more fresh. So then that also goes with a very, very nice, well-composed salad. So it's got a little bit of arugula, some radish in it. You know, it's peppery elements as well as fresh elements like I would say lemon citrus, and then a couple of other elements for that salad.
That sounds incredible. Let me ask you this.
Thank you.
We have a big culinary department here at a culinary program here at HCC. A lot of students going through that, looking to get out there in one day, do what you're doing. What advice do you have to our students, someone who's maybe looking at getting into the restaurant industry?
I would have to say, you know, it's a discipline industry. So if you have the discipline to go through with the school and stay consistent, and then, you know, you just have to be consistent on that, you know.
And discipline, it sounds like a lot of long hours too, as well.
Exactly. You have to get used to the long hours.
We've been talking with Chef Brandon Wilhelm. He's the chef de cuisine of Hotel ZaZa, our Tasty Tuesday guest. Chef, we're going to have all the information on the restaurant in our social media post after the show so people can find you. Looking forward to getting out there and checking out the menu.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for this. It's been truly an honor.
Thanks, Chef. We appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
All right, we're going to turn things over right now to Diana, and you've got a special guest who's actually been on our show. I think this is like his third or fourth time. He's a pro at this.
I know. I'm so excited to move on towards to our next guest. But before I do that, I have to say I'm hungry. And
I know. Didn't that look good?
Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm seriously going to have to go visit this restaurant. Okay, so moving on to our next guest is Your Honor, Judge Bill Littlejohn, retired judge and HCC Electrical Technology student working on creating a solar training program in Liberia. Oh my goodness, this is so wonderful. Welcome back to the show, Judge Bill. When you were on the show earlier, you had made another trip to Liberia. But before we get into those details, we want to see what's going on with the board as a board member of the Sister Cities International. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Yes. Thank you. As you know, Sister Cities started in 1956 by President Eisenhower, and he was trying to create peace around the world. And that's what we're trying to do today, especially when you look at Russia and Ukraine. And so we're involved with that. February 2023 of this year, we were in Cape Town, South Africa. We had over 500 people attending. And we want to create other sister cities in Africa that can complement some of the sister cities in America. And so that was very, very fruitful. And just in July, we were in Durham, North Carolina, Sister Cities International for a world conference. And we had new board members come aboard. And so we were happy about that. So we're still expanding and we're needed. So anytime you see a Sister City activity, please join it. Houston has 18 and 19 sister cities. So if a person has a friend in another foreign country, say, hey, let's do a sister cities with Houston or Dallas or wherever. And I would certainly help to get that done.
Oh, that's wonderful, Judge Bill. Definitely everybody have started. So 19 sister cities just in the city of Houston, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let's get going. Let's get working on some of that much needed peace that we need in the world.
Yes.
So now let's bring us up to speed on your solar energy classes in Liberia. And I like to say it, Liberia. It's so interesting to me, some of the projects that you're doing out there.
Okay, let me say this. My daughter, who's an executive with Starbucks, just got 2 classes she will take at HCC, and she's so excited about textiles and ready to wear construction. So she was just telling me that a few minutes ago. But so what we're trying to do right now is trying to find some American companies who will create solar panels themselves. Most of them are coming from India and China, but we want to create employment here in America. And so that is pretty hard to do. And these competitive companies, they see this, and then they come to America themselves and lower their prices even yet lower. So that is a challenge. But if anyone knows any American solar companies, we would love to talk with them and share with them what our objectives are. Yeah, we have 3 people in a solar class in Liberia right now. And the United Distant Stars is a technical school that we've complemented, and we're sponsoring 3 young ladies in solar. And we're going to expand that school to make it even bigger. One thing about solar is that these poor countries, there are billions of people who have no electrical grids. So they're still on Pico solar, which is brand new for some of us. Pico solar, like you have on your telephone. Some of these folk would just love to have one light bulb, and a Pico solar will do that. These kids can't study at night unless they do it by candlelight, but a Pico solar would allow them to at least to have one little light bulb, which would illuminate what they're trying to study. So that's very important for us. So we're looking at Pico solar also. Soon we'll have our virtual classes set up, and we will try to talk to HCC and see if they would be happy to help us do that in Liberia. Also, we just got our 501c3 Lift in Africa nonprofit status with the federal government here, and we'll be expanding to other African countries also.
That's just so progressive. And I know you also are doing Zoom classes. And given this day and age, that's going to be important for be able to communicate all over, right?
Yes. Very important.
Okay. So I wanted to kind of moving on, I wanted to ask you about I know that you give a lot of credit to HCC, especially Matt Adams. How does he fit into your Africa plans? Because I remember Matt.
Well, as you know, he's an international kind of guy, period. He's so brilliant. I have to slow down and say, hey, slow down a little bit. Let me get that. But hopefully we can get him involved. And I know he loves HCC. And I don't think I'll get him to Africa, but I want to keep trying. He's ready to do virtual, I believe. And we'll see about setting that up with the college.
That's wonderful. So let's go very quickly because we're very limited on time now. But let's go back on how all of this began with you at HCC. How did you come up with this adventure to learn how to place panels on African soil, African farmhouses? Approximately, I understand it's 200 acres worth?
Yes. Oh, yeah. We started farming 2019 in Liberia. And the people had nothing. There was 1,000 people squatting on the 200 acres that we had. And we enlisted them. We planted everything, no tools at all other than a rake and a little hoe, no mechanized equipment. And then after that, people were able to feed themselves. We had about 70 kids we placed in school, paid their little tuition, first time they'd ever been in school. And we're still doing that. COVID is sort of bothering us. And there's an election right now going on in Liberia, which bogs everything down also. The election is in October. We have a graduation in September, but I'm not going to go there because of the election activities. And their elections are not just like our elections. So I'm not going there in September.
I completely understand. But before our time is up, could you please quickly tell us about Liberia? That's definitely an area where I would love to go, and especially help young women in discover their path in STEM.
Yeah, Liberia is very important to the whole world, actually. After the slaves were released, my family came out of Charleston, South Carolina, which went to Liberia. That was in 1822. So all the slaves that were in America, they started sending them to Africa. So Liberia in 1822 became the first country in Africa that was independent. And of course, if you look at their flag, it looks almost like American flag. It has one star. And President Monroe came up with the idea of Monrovia, on and on and on. So it still is going strong. And we really appreciate Americans who know more about this and trying to reach out and help other people. That's what we get our blessings from. We're so blessed. Oh, we're so blessed. It's mind-boggling, especially when you go to another country and see how they need a little blessing.
Yes, I completely agree with you. Okay, well, last but not least, what's next for you, Bill? What adventures do we have in store for you?
I have a birthday in January. I'll be 80.
Congratulations. I also have a birthday in January, so hopefully it will be the same day.
Yeah. Mine's the 25th, but what the heck? Who cares? But so I don't know. I'm looking at trying to expand sister cities, those activities. That's more readily, the countries there are more readily available to that, going back to 1956 with President Eisenhower. So we just got our fingers crossed. We're trying to do a little work and enlist people one at a time. Mother Teresa, they said, how do you do all this? All these thousands of people. She said, I started with one. And that's pretty cerebral. Yeah.
That is true, Judge. Well, I want to say thank you so much for being here with us. And everyone, please, let's play our little part. Thank you, Judge Bill Littlejohn, my mistake, retired judge and HCC Electrical Technology student working on creating solar training programs in Liberia. We'll have all of your information in our post after the show. Thank you again, Judge.
Thank you. Right. Bye-bye.
Thank you both. Okay, we've got Diana. We've got a big event happening tonight, very special event for our police academy. Graduation happening tonight at HCC's Northeast campus. Our police academy will recognize their graduates 7 to 9 p.m. Tuesday, August the 15th, tonight at the Northeast campus. We'll have information in our post after the show. You can attend and send your congratulations to them. Okay, Subs and Sandwiches is returning, Diana.
I know. Can you believe that? Talking about food. So HCC and MBDA are continuing their popular sub and sandwiches, and this time is hosted by Telepson, a wonderful partner at HCC. This is from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Wednesday, August 16th, virtual, and it's a virtual event, but it's through WebEx.
That's right. We'll have information on that in our post after the show. Okay, fempreneurs, female entrepreneurs, resource points. Though it's a good time for women to start a business, some might lack confidence to take risks. So this virtual series continues with some tips. It's noon to 1:30 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, August the 16th. You'll need to register for it. We'll have a link in our post after the show. And there's also a faculty exhibition happening in the Northwest College.
That's correct, Todd. So our HCC Northwest College is hosting a faculty exhibition identifying a third culture kid. Janine Dykes has moderated discussions about this topic with her students for 20 years, making artworks reminiscent of toys and to depict those influences. This is going to happen Monday, August 21st through November 3rd at HCC Northwest Spring Branch Gallery. This event is completely free. Check out more information after our show.
You know, work study students are encouraged to attend a Path to Profession job fair. That's coming up later this month. It's in order to secure part-time work through the college, helps to pay for your classes. Remember, students can earn $15 an hour. This month, the Path to Profession job fair will be 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Monday through Thursday, August the 28th to the 31st, respectively at the Central, North Line, your campus down there, Southeast, and also the West Loop campuses. Check our post after the show. We'll have all the information for you. And Diana, as we've been talking about at the top of the show, registration's underway. Classes start on the 21st. And I know they can go to your campuses and get some assistance with that this weekend.
Absolutely. Come on over. There's going to be multiple campuses available for you to walk in and register. But if you want Class A service just throughout the system, we have registration fair this coming Saturday, August 19th, anywhere. But if you want to come and visit us at HCC Southeast, we'll be there from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's a one-stop shop, guys. Online anytime. online on a schedule. So meeting time is set and courses met online. We have hybrid classes. We have in-person classes. So hopefully you guys will come and take opportunities and take opportunities of all the labs and resources that we have for our students. We also have the hybrid lab. It's a laboratory and studio courses. And you can learn all about our programs. Just remember this, because Todd, I don't think I had mentioned to you this. We have a scholarship giveaway. So anyone who's going to come in at our registration fairs, they have opportunities to win scholarships. What a deal.
It's a good deal, but to get started, all you need to do is go to hccs.edu/apply or visit one of our campuses like the Southeast College this weekend. All right, later this week, we've got HCC's Translation and Interpretation program. And on Friday, we've got we're going to be talking at Film Friday about one of our own history professors who made a film about Black rodeo cowboys. So check that out. We'll have that on Friday. Diana, thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you, Todd, for having me. Thank you, everyone. And again, I encourage everyone to come and visit us this Saturday, August 19th at all registration fairs. I'll see you there.
All right. Sounds good. And we'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. live for Up to the Minute.